Hi guys, welcome to another timeless reading. This is filmed on Tuesday, November the 18th, 2025. I'm pulling from the Game of Thrones tarot cards. I used to do Throne Thursdays with this when I was on a better schedule with things, but it's just, life be lifing. And, like I said, this week I'll post whenever I can. So Four of Spears, this is like a change of environment is what they're immediately saying. This is something you prayed for because the Queen of Cups is right underneath. So Four of Spears, this is like change, transformation of home life is what they're saying. Change of foundation. So it's like with us, like, changing to a 3-bedroom or like even better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why it's like never limit your, like you want, like, this is the best time to do, a vision board, getting ready for the following year. I feel like you have till like February, Chinese New Year, but I feel like it's just like that kind of time of year where you're indoors more and you have like you're not like before if you're in North America it's like the snow hits and stuff like that. So it's like if you have some time, I usually put music on and get everything out, glue and markers and all that good stuff, and you know what I mean. I just literally saw a post. I'm going to post it soon. Next year is the year of the horse, and the way that it's positioned, they're showing like how strong you are, like emphasizing on your hips, like your back, your thighs. I feel like in that, so it could be like a better overall health. So maybe you're getting into like a workout routine during what better time to transform is during the winter. But I don't feel like this is so much like Ed Quinn always talks about this. Don't think about it as of losing weight. Think it as a longevity, and he's totally right. Like that's where I changed my mindset. And also I used to follow her so much on Instagram. I really liked her. She had her bird, I think his name was Poncho or something like that, and he would come on and he would sing, and she met her husband, got married and all that stuff, and then just things changed. You know what I mean? It was just like then it was just like this more harsher towards physical abilities and stuff like that, and I'm just like, okay, don't resonate no more. But who she used to be, where she's like, don't think of it as this, think of it as longevity. And it's totally true. It's like, it's all about longevity. It's just like, you want to be able to sit there, like even Dr. Barbara O'Neill talks about this, and she's like, we lose our lung capacity as we get older because we're sitting there and we're more stagnant. Think about a vehicle. The vehicle's sitting there and it's going to seize. It's just like your body. You got to sit there, go for a walk, even when it's cooler. So like the warmer weather is going to be between 11 and 2. Go out and walk at that time if you're able to. I'm talking about like when you're older and, you have a little bit more freedom. But it's just like, sitting there and they're saying idle. I feel like what's more, makes sense. Queen of Cups, and it's like, again, this is something you've manifested. Maybe you don't actually pray, but it's like, remember when they were talking about like minor things, major things? It's like, even if it's really small and minuscule, you know what I mean? It's just like, you were going to do, like, it was going to, like, with one thing with me was going to pass anyway. But the thing is, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, it could have went the other way. It could have been someone else. Someone could have been like, oh, this. Like, I literally just finished eating a tangerine. I'm like, oh, crud. Like, move the bowl off my desk. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know what I mean? It's just like being thankful for everything and anything. Nine of Cups, and it's like, this is where they talk about someone coming in, filling your cup. I feel like this is like the universe bringing something in to fill your cup. Again, something we prayed for. So maybe like some financial stability. They're saying disability. So maybe you're playing for disability. Maybe you're just at a point where it's just like you're not able to do the things that you used to do. And disability would help you out where you could sit there and, take the time to recuperate. Hopefully it's a short-term thing. It sounds like it's short-term. I don't feel like it's long-term. It could turn into long-term if you want it, but I don't feel like that's who you are. I feel like it's short-term to help you recover, get you back to where you used to be. So like what was done can be undone. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I know someone particular in mind where it's just like kind of being arrogant. It's like, well, I don't need you. I can get someone else to do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so they got someone else to do it, and now they're physically paying the price for it. Justice. So bringing back in balance, especially with retrograde being in the sky. And don't think about retrograde as necessarily being a bad thing, because it's not. Let me just pull. Well, I guess that's fine there. So don't think it retrograde. It gives it something a second chance. Maybe we passed over something like with the job once, and now we're like, oh, maybe I should have actually went for that. And it's just like giving it a second chance to come in. Libra, finding balance. I like the fact that it's like being patient. You know what I mean? Legal matters coming to an end. So maybe you're dealing with something in a legal, like a court of law. I don't feel like it's that way. I feel like it's arbitration. I don't feel like it's going to that major level, because nobody wants that. You know what I mean? So it's, or nobody can afford that. You know what I mean? It's like, I paid $2,500 for nothing. And I'm like, what was like, I could have put that in my kid's savings account. Like, what was the point? You know what I mean? So financial matters getting better. Making wiser decisions. It's like, unfortunately, sometimes we repeat patterns over and over again. And then you get older and you're just like, damn, like, I should have made these decisions. You know what I mean? Like, I should have changed that. You know what I mean? But it's just like, sometimes out of our grief, out of our, like, that circumstance, those emotions, we make short-term decisions. Like, that's why they tell you don't make decisions in emotional situations, right? Especially major ones. Sometimes you don't have a choice. Like myself, it's like I had to make a lot of decisions very quickly, because it's like, how to get up and go. But that's what I mean. It's just like being patient, and it's like, making sure you're reading everything, crossing every I, dotting every T. Oh, I said that the wrong way. Crossing every T, dotting every I. They're showing the strength card. Fire energy, but I feel like it's like, you can stand up for yourself now. Like, she's a fierce knight in Game of Thrones. A lot of people underestimate her because she's a woman. So maybe that may resonate. Cards everywhere. High Priestess. So this is coming into the cycle this weekend. We're starting the new moon. They have the Lovers and the Empress turned over. Let's see. Let me pause this for a second. So they're showing the Lovers here. This could be a connection, but I feel like they're saying, like, because this is a rebirth in your life, but I feel like a new connection coming in, but there was a betrayal here. But it's like you weren't afraid to stand up for yourself. You know what I mean? I'm getting Emperor energy here, where it's just like kind of like regal or in a good place. But some people think like, oh, they've gotten soft. Again, underestimating yourself, with the sword. It like the strength card, like where she's a woman, and a lot of people underestimated her. It's like, because she's a princess and all this stuff, maybe your nickname's Princess. It's like they underestimate you. And this is where it's just like, they come in and they're just like, oh, hell no. Like, I will, sit there and battle if I need to. Like, don't, like, with myself, I'm like, I've got years and years of shit pent up. It's like, don't frick around, or else you will find out. So 9 of coins, or 8 of coins, this is concentrating on money endeavors, but Pentacles is also grounding endeavors. But I feel like because of the way that his back is turned, I don't feel like that these people, our eyes are on you. Like, that's not the reason why you do it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a purpose for this. It's like, you just do you. You just do, like, this is who you are. This is your character. And people watch that, and it's just like, what are they doing? Like, why are they so successful? Like, why, you know what I mean? It's like everybody else is faltering, but this one, because it's like you put the effort in. That's like myself. If I'm not good at something, it's like, teach me, show me what I'm doing wrong and how I can correct it. And I make a note of it, and I'm like, I keep on doing it. Like, when this new account came in, I'm like, they were like, well, everybody's got assigned so many tickets, like, we can't assign no more. I'm like, give me the freaking ticket, I'll do it. Because that's how I got better. It's like, when you're repeatedly doing something, when you put your energy and effort into something, that's how you get better. There's no class to teach. It's like they showed you what's expected of you, and it was always constantly moving, changing and moving and evolving, which, we're kind of getting used to. It's like, okay, this is just for now, because this is not written in stone, because we know it's going to change. So it's just like, well, what's the secret sauce? What are you doing differently that nobody else is? And it's like doing what works for me. I'm a visual person. I see people doing, things, and it's like, okay, I know the answer to this. I was talking to someone else, and they're like, let them figure it out, or kind of like let like the lead figure it out, so that way it's a one-on-one conversation. I'm like, okay, maybe DM them instead of putting it in the chat, in the Teams chat. But it's just like, keep doing what you're doing. It's not, you don't do this because you're like, oh, I want to be better. No, you do that because that's who you are. You're not looking for no clout. You're not looking for a reward. A raise would be nice, But you know what I mean? It's just like, that's who you are. It's just like, come to expect this of me because this is who I've always been. Nine of Coins, again, we get this like coming in energy, like something's coming in 3 weeks' time. And, 'cause that's just like when retrograde will be done as well. I was trying to think of where that came in. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of a reading or not. But, oh, Nine of Cups. So things that fill your cup, re-energizing you, and I feel like Pentacles is making you feel more secure. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like filling your cup, because like you always pull from your cup. You always sit there and pour into everybody else. Universe fills your cup. You may have some people that you can, that you will, sit there and pour into you. But it's like, I feel like this is like, universe is like, you ask for help. Help is coming in. Accept the help, right? Two of Cups. So you got the Lovers and the Two of Cups. And I feel like it's like when you have a connection with someone, an energy connection, doesn't matter if it's like a love or whatever. It's just like if you two click, it's like nothing can ever break that bond. Like I have my girlfriend Sarah. We both are like spiritual women. We grow up our children in faith. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not forced on them or anything like that, but that's just, we don't waver of who we are. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that's a connection I know I will always have. Like, she's busy with her kids. I'm busy with my kids. We're both busy with work. We're both busy doing, like, our devotions and everything like that. But we can always, like, I think of her, like, that's one thing I've changed in my life. Someone just came into my mind now. I'm just going to reach out to her after this. But it's just like, hey, how's it going? How are things with you? You know what I mean? It's just like, sitting there checking in on them, and they may be doing great. It's not saying that they're doing bad. It's just like, hey, I just wanted to say hi. I missed you. You're on my mind, And it's nice to hear that. It's like, I missed you. Like, I've been thinking about you. I hope all is well. And, everything's good with your family and, whatever's going on, whatever pursuit you have going on in your life, Ace of Cups. I was like, pull one more card. So Ace of Cups, this is universe filling your cup. Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups. It's just like, I love this one. I feel like this is very much like when we watch Mass for Shut-ins, when they sit there and they bless the wine. And it's the same thing like Shabbat, we do our offering. You know what I mean? It's just like, I feel like Shabbat is all about, being thankful for the week that just passed. You know what I mean? Burning up anything with the candlelight that, didn't go well. It's like, let's not let this, transmute that negative energy into something positive, and let's sit there and bring that light into the next week. You know what I mean? It's just like, taking that time. That's why they say, keep the Sabbath and keep it holy. Whatever that translates to you. Is it Friday Shabbat? Is it Sunday dinner and going to church? Whatever that resonates with you, whatever your spiritual pursuit is, wherever you put your faith is, even if it's your higher self. Taking that time. Take one day for yourself. You know what I mean? And sit there and just, woosah, relax, you know what I mean? If you work out all the time, they're showing something that's dedicated to being physically fit. It's like, take one day off for yourself. I don't know if they do ice baths or something like that, but it's like, take that day, sleep in, very regimented is what they're saying. But you know what I mean? I feel like you're getting sore in your, I've been getting this kind of thing. I don't know if it's from the way I'm sleeping or what it is. I'm trying to figure it out and so I could correct it, but posture, but I feel like it's like working out with weights and it's like something is, like pinching in your left shoulder, like right by your shoulder blade near the middle of your back. So maybe you should have that looked at. I feel like a nice massage will help that out. I feel like it's just something that's little tweaked and it's just like overworking out. So it's like kind of resting. And I know it's like if you rest, then, maybe you don't see the gains as they call it nowadays, like, that you want. But it's just like, do you want a long-term injury? Or they're like, oh, I'll be off balance. This side will be bigger than the other. Like, oh my God. Think about your long-term health here. It ain't always about the physical physique. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like it really does help with your mental health as well. I see wearing headphones and working out. So it's like, I don't know if you actually film this or you're an influencer. They're showing like supplements and stuff like that. So maybe that's an idea for you, something that you can pursue and like showing how you keep your physique or how you got to that point. Like, what did you do so other people could do it the healthy way? You learn from your mistakes so they're not taking certain things that they shouldn't be taking. They're mentioning creatine, which, I don't know if it's the same now, but back in the day when, in the early 2000s, I know it wasn't very good for the young people taking it. So it's like, I understand what you're trying to get, but it's just like, that's how you saw yourself, but it's like, got to think about the long-term side effects of that kind of stuff. So just be kind to yourself right now. Like rest and rejuvenation, void of course. Don't do anything major. I feel like this Four of Spears is like, ugh, like we have to do this now, but like they're saying 3 weeks time. It's like it'll be like the American Thanksgiving. It's like retrograde will be done. It's like there may be after effects when this happens. So it may not go smoothly, or it's. I feel like you've been here at this radio before. It's familiar. It's like yeah, you're gonna hear the ja 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 of the lips again, and it's like that's I just ugh. It's like we can all deal without that. Just you got it. That's it. Just be quiet about it, and go forward. So see what happens. Just trust your intuition, whatever it's gonna be. Just be like, you know what? They already warned me it's gonna be like this, but you know what I mean. If you could do it afterwards, I feel like it's like you're gonna be signing the contract like after retrograde, but it's the hangover energy, and that's where they're like, oh, I don't know, maybe like not for sure, maybe you should wait, and this and this. Oh, it's almost Christmas, and blah blah. It's like, you know what? Give me the damn keys. You know what I mean? Quit messing around, and go from there. But just see how that turns about. But take it easy with yourself, drink your water, get your sleep, rest, rejuvenation, mentally, physically, spiritually, and keep on doing, sneak some vegetables and fruit in there, but keep on going, pursuing. They're like in the pursuit of happiness. Like keep pursuing what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anyone, including yourself, keep pushing forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this timeless reading. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next one.